Okie dokie, welcome to Slay the Spire 2, and we're going to be jumping into a single player game and seeing what sort of craziness we can get up to today. Now, we can only run with Ironclad, which is unfortunate because I really want to see all the brand new characters, but Ironclad, this character is going to be amazing all the same. It's got the ability at the end of the combat, heal for 6, 80 max life and 99 golds. Let's go. It looks like this is your first time playing Slay the Spire. Do you want a brief tutorial, some messages to help you out? I mean, why the hell not, right? Let's run through it very, very quickly. So if you haven't seen how this game actually plays before, we're going to have to traverse this map all the way, choosing our routes, basically all the way to a boss. So first of all, we got elites, we got normal enemies, mystery events, which could be fights, it could be treasure, it could be anything, and then we got campsites, or rests that will give us either an upgrade, a heal, or maybe something else. And we also got the merchant as well, so we can go for a shop too. But basically, that's our whole route. So we really want to plan our way too. So we want to look at all the elites, and I want to go balls to the wall and go for every single elite that we can possibly go for. Which looks like it's going to be our route to the left. So we might as well take the first fight, seeing how the fight's going to be playing. We got this lizard thing. Now, you defeat enemies by playing cards from your hands. Cards require energy to play. Once you're out, end your turn. At the start of your turn, new cards are drawn and your energy is replenished. So we got play defensive cards to gain block when enemies are about to hit you. Block reduces incoming attack damage but wears off at the start of your next turn. Now, during your turn, you can absorb an enemy's intent above them. If the enemy is intent on attacking you, be sure to block. Makes sense, right? So he's going to deal 12 damage. Now we can take up to 6 damage and you're only going to basically block for 5. So it's worth taking the full 12 damage right now to try and get more damage off. Because you're going to apply 2 vulnerable, which means our 6 damage goes to 9 damage. And next hand, we're going to be drawing a lot of blocks. So if you're going to deal 12 damage next time around, we do want a full block turn. So I'm going to do as much damage as possible. We're going to take a lot of damage, but that's going to be okay. That's for sure. And you only deal 6 damage this time around, which is not bad. Now, I really want to use multiple defense. Am I willing to take 1 more damage? We do heal for 6, so I'm taking a lot of damage. Maybe we won't take any more damage, or try not to. It will see it up. Wait, hold on. If there's no cards in your draw pile, your discard pile to the right is shuffled back into your draw pile. Makes sense? We can just redraw everything again. Now you're going to get a buff. So, full attack mode. Let's take him out. Do all our damage. Next turn, we should be able to take him out unless he heals back up. Now, strength is going to increase your attack damage. He's going to start dealing crazy damage. But we do take him out. And we heal up just a little bit. And now we can add a card to our deck, where you can deal 7 damage and gain 2 strength this turn. Actually, not bad. Lose 2 HP for 16 block. Could be interesting. Apply 2 vulnerable just like that. I kind of want to take Self Strike. Yeah, seems like that could be a lot of fun. And given strength, dealing more damage. That's what we want. This guy's going to be pretty much all about strengths. Now, the enemy gives you 2 stays cards. Not great for us. We have 7 damage right now. We can also deal 15 damage, so we can take out one of these little enemies, but we would be taking a small bit of damage. I'm down for it. Let's take you out. Let's take her 4 damage. And hope that this is not going to destroy us, this slime. Maybe. Okay. Bad hand. But we can take out a little slime and take a little bit more chippy damage. Right now we're going to heal up for 6 anyway, but we've taken basically 1 extra damage. Now full attack mode. Next hands we're probably going to get a bunch of slimes. But that's going to be okay too. If we draw 3 attacks, we should be good. Maybe. Come on man, we drew 2. Either way, block, damage. I'll let it go. Next rounds, yeah, we should be able to finish off with our cards upcoming. Definitely not bad. Let's go immediately into immediately. Now we got our 18 golds and we're going to add another card. Now we got a power card, which power cards are going to play a buff to you when they're used. Buffs remain for the duration, so once you play it, basically it comes over deck for the whole rest of that fight. Now we're really going to go for strength stack and type build. Lose 1 HP, deal 9 damage to all enemies. That's fantastic too. There's definitely going to be an archetype that's going to be using up all our HP. Now deal 6 damage and add a copy of this. I'm going to take the Inflame for more strengths. What you got for is you spawn an enormous shambling beast, chase off injured green bird. In the alcove, the bird fled. From a single unguarded egg lies abandoned. Your stomach gargles. Can we hatch to the rest side? Oh my god, should we go for it? Gain 7 max HP. I'm taking the egg, man. This is going to be hopefully hella fun. You gently scoop up the egg and stow it, and think it may hatch into something useful later on. Maybe we'll miss elite then and go to the campsite because I immediately want to hatch that up. Now heal for 9 and upgrade a card in your deck, or enchant a card with Sown. The first time you play this card, each combat gain energy. That's kind of sick too. Well, let's heal and upgrade. You give us an extra strength, you also deal a little bit more damage, you actually apply more vulnerable. I really like upgrading this, this gives us an extra strength. I think I'm going to go for the simple bash upgrade. And I really want to go for this campsite immediately. We got this bug. It's going to be applying the debuff to us. Not nice, my friends. Let's do as much damage as possible. And there's no point wasting our energy. Even though we can only get 3 per turn. Oh my god, we're tiny. What the hell, man? Unfortunately, we are going to take 7 damage. We could do such little damage. Well, a shrink beetle is alive, your attack deal 30% less damage. I mean, makes sense because we're so freaking tiny. We gotta do our damage right now. Wait, is there any way we can actually beat this opponent? You apply 8 damage. That should be directly enough. We don't take any more damage, and we heal back up pretty much to full. This character's cracked with HP. Fire pot, we can use this potion during combat, which will deal about 20 damage, which is amazing. Deal 8 damage if the enemy's vulnerable hits twice. Deal 7 damage to exhaust the top card of your draw pile. That's also pretty darn good. Getting cards to attack more than once, I think is going to be nice. I'm going to take this mantle. But let's go to campsite. We got rest, we got smite, and we got hatch. Basically, heal, upgrade a card, we hatch our egg. Now, a 0 cost 14 damage attack. That's kind of cracked, actually. And we got a bird companion. That's even sicker. Now, I'm thinking about using our fire pot immediately because we're going to take a lot of damage. So, say goodbye to middle guy. I should already use effect. Well, it looks like we made a mistake pretty much immediately. If you give us 2 strengths, you're going to go up to 8. So that's going to be 15 damage. That's still not enough. We have to use this, unfortunately, into this. God, we're going to take 6 damage right now. It's actually not too bad, though. But yeah, we literally wasted a potion that we just got. That I thought was going to one-shot immediately. But why was I wrong? No. 6 damage each. Let's just full block this time around. Yeah, we should be good with a full block. Back to 3 damage. We got our bird swoop. And yeah, we should be good enough. We should have hit the other guy, actually. So then a bird swoop could have finished him off. See the bird attack. Let's go. We're going to take a little bit of damage, but we can heal back up most of it, so it's not going to be too bad in the ends of it. But let's go into you. Into a strike. And not bad. Definitely not bad. Now, I don't really want to keep adding cards into our deck, but armaments, that's going to upgrade a card in our hands. Deal 12 damage to all enemies, cost 1 less energy for each attack played this turn. That's a finisher, which is amazing, actually. Kind of a combo with our setup strike. And I wouldn't mind getting an AoE attack. I'm going to take it. Now, let's check out the elites. Oh my god, we've seen your father. Bardonius. Okay, maybe I should have kept our fire pot. Before I play anything, at the end of the turn, this gains strength, so we need to go fast. We literally need to go fast, so I'm going to take a bunch of damage to try to get this guy going. Because he's just going to start beating our ass. And that's crazy damage. Well, let's just apply this. We still need to go fast. Maybe this is a mistake. But we do not want this fight to linger. Definitely not. Bird swoop. Strike. Oh, we should have played this first. Yeah, that would have helped us out a lot. We actually could have bet this opponent because of that. Well, we do live and learn. We're going to take a little bit more damage. Literally. Wait, we could have still won that if I just played it. Couldn't we? Well, our little son killed the father. That's a bit messed up. But at least we got a relic. Relics found throughout the spire grant unique bonuses and remain throughout your run. They can be found in treasure rooms, random events, and by defeating elites. We got the Varia. Start each combat with 1 strength. That's really, really awesome. That's just more damage first. We got a block pot, and we can add a card. Now gain prior to start of each turn our energy. We got bludgeon, which is going to deal massive damage and gain 8 block and gain another 8 block if you exhausted a card this turn. I gotta take the pyre. Man, I'm taking too much cards though. Now we probably should rest up, but I'm gonna go here, and I kind of want to upgrade that pyre. Gain 2 energy. I mean, that's kind of just insane, isn't it? Now let's go. We could go for this campfire and then the elite. But let's try to get as much elite as possible. What you got for this treasure? At the start of each combat, gain 4 plating, and plating at the end of your turn, gain block. Plating is reduced by 1 at the start of each turn. Okay, more defenses. So we got offense and defense. Oh my god, this guy looks crazy, the Mauler. Now we don't have a whole lot of defenses, that is true. But I do want to play our pyre. Now, I'm also thinking about using our block potion. But let's just do a little bit of damage. We'll take the 4 damage. I'd love to heal back up. I didn't really want to waste that there and then. Let's use our setup strike into normal strike, into this strike, into bird swoop. And that's amazing. We have 5 energy, which is crazy, man. We're going to take a lot more damage right now, so I really want to finish this guy off as much as possible. Let's use our flame, strike you, and then strike again. Not bad. We got a net positive of life. We got a strength pod too. And we can use rage as a way to get defenses. We have a lot of attacks. I actually think I'm going to skip all this. I need to start removing cards from our deck, but we haven't visited any shops yet. God, this guy. The frog parasite. It doesn't look fun. I'm going to pop a strength potion. Just so we can take this elite out faster. Infection. That did not look good. It really didn't look good, and you're going to do so much damage. Are we willing to take all this damage? I mean, now's the perfect time to use this too. Now, we could attack, and then stomp. 9, 18, 33. Leaving 1, 4. Wait, hold on, there's more. God, we shouldn't have wasted our freaking potion, man. I'm making too many mistakes. Okay, maybe we should have saved that. He exploded into tiny little dudes. We could be in trouble. We really need a multi-attack or freaking attack all units. Pyre, you come at the wrong time, my friend. However, you deal 17 damage. You also deal 10 damage. How are we going to do this best we can? Well, with setup strike, you're going to deal 19 damage. So we can take out this guy. And we can take out another guy. So we take out the guys that are dealing damage right now. That's what I think at least. Not bad. We end our turn and we're going to get a stats effect. If it's in your hand, take 3 damage. That's what they are. So we could be in trouble if you draw a bunch of those. We did draw 2. Stomp. 15 damage. I mean, we are going to take a bunch of damage though. Let's take out this guy though. 6 damage and 8 damage. Oh, yeah, took way too much damage for this. But it isn't elite, so maybe it's okay. God damn it. Hopefully those are going to come out of our deck right now. But hey, we got an Oriental fan. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. That's sick actually. Rampage, deal 9 damage, increases cards damage by 5. That's definitely built by itself. Deal 6 damage, draw cards until you draw a non-attack card. Okay, pillage sounds correct actually. Anything to do with draw, we also take flame barrier. We really do need some defensive cards. We're going to take pillage. I'm taking way too much attacks. Now, these guys are not too great looking right now. But at least you're the one dealing damage, so I'm going to prioritize attacking you. The only problem is we're going to be debuffed to the heck and back. And what do we get? Okay, so we get 25% less block. That's not great. We deal 14 damage at 8 times. 8 times 1. I'm thinking about attacking the crossbow raider. I'm just taking this 8 damage, which is actually going to be a little bit less. We should be okay. We're taking lots of little chippy damage, but genuinely should be okay. Our little bird companion doing work for us. What you got for us? More goals, true grit, battle trance, draw cards, but you can't draw any more. And then we got uppercut. Uppercut's a fantastic card too, but we're taking too much cards, so I'm going to leave it. Come on, give us a shop. Shop would be amazing in another fight. Not so great. So we're going to get 4 block from dealing 3 attacks anyway. So I want to be attacking the buffed guy. Let's pillage first because we can always get a setup strike, which we didn't. Let's apply you here then as well. Dismantle. And we should have enough block to sustain that, so take out the back guy best we can. And you're going to get that buff, but you're not going to have that buff for too long. Now you're going to be buffing, which is not super ideal for us. But we're happy enough rocking on with this. Get our buff. Our buff. And it shouldn't be too bad for us. Now, what a breaking turn, man. Not that great for us. Let's bash into setup strike. And let's take 14 damage. Holy moly. Yeah, we're slowly needing healing. I don't know if we're going to be able to take the next elite based on what the brick raft are getting done with. But we'll see. The energy potion, add a deck card. Whirlwind is crazy good. I mean, I've been taking too much attacks, but Whirlwind is exactly what we need. Now I'm going to go here hoping that we get a shop. The solo quest, gain 16 gold, but lose 18 HP. Our giant forces and gain 40 gold. I don't think we're going to take the damage down, or the HP. Probably should have read that next part. Skipped it too fast. And I'm tempted to actually just upgrade something. Because Whirlwind would be cracked too, but let's not be too greedy and just get a HP heal for now. Because we're about to face a boss and we want to take out this boss. And this guy, the Phantom, you're going to take 9 times of damage. Well, that's a big ol' yikes. We're going to use our energy potion immediately because I do want to place you. Now let's attack, and then stomp. And we get a block. That's perfect. Now what you got? That's also not great. Setup strike, bird swoop, normal attack, then defense. That's 12 block. That's literally perfect again. This fight couldn't be going smoother right now. Never mind, 27 damage is crazy. We're in big trouble. We're definitely in big trouble. But at least we're going to attack twice. And now we can start dealing some big damage. Let's see what else we can draw. We got our block. Yeah, we're going to take a crazy amount of damage. I'm kind of glad we did heal though, because that's going to be 16 damage. And that's a lot of wounds, which is going to be filling up our deck. Now we finally threw our Inflame, which was a big ol' yikes. But Whirlwinds, not bad. Use all our energy to smack our opponents quite a few times. You're dealing 9 damage right now. But we deal crazy damage. Less pillage, we probably should have done that first. Strikes, we get a block. Perfect amount of block. Everything is looking fantastic. This elite fight is going much better than most of the elite fights. But setup strike. Ian Tallness. And that's it. We found the Epoch. And he turned to goo. Now we should be able to get a rare card. Transform all attacks in your hand into a giant rock. I mean, I like this a lot. Big Rock's demon form, you just strength stack in every single turn, deal 4 damage twice, exhaust a random attack in your hand, and add its attack to this card. Okay, that's interesting. Transform all attacks into a giant rock. I'm going to take Primal Force. Even though it might not be the best, whatever skill it is, I still think it's going to be a lot of fun. We get the boss. Elites, let's check where the elites are going to be. I really kind of want to go for an early shop too. So this is an early shop. No elites early. So if we go, we're going to face a lot of enemies though. So we go bang, 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 into this, into a treasure, into an elite, into a rest, and then another elite. Or we could just go to the right. Less campfires though. Yep, we found a route. Also, what the hell is this? Start each combat with additional 4 energy. At the start of your turn, exhaust the top card of your draw pile and gain 1 strength. Replace active map with a single special pack. Ooh, that's interesting. That's tempting. The Golden Compass. Start your combat with additional 4 energy. I mean, that's just cracked for each fight, isn't it? Strength is also pretty darn good. Let's just keep it simple. Let's take our energy. Starting off with a huge amount of energy is going to be really, really awesome. Kind of sets us up for these early fights. Especially with Whirlwind, because you're going to deal 6 times 7. Which is going to be enough to murder all these guys instantly. And just like that, the fight's over. Whirlwind is just cracked. Colorless Potion. Choose 1 of 3 random colorless potions to add into your hand. Potions, so it's going to be nice. Now shrug it off. Fully upgraded. Our Battle Trance so we can draw even more cards. Maybe we should start getting some defensive cards. But our deck is really, really filling up right now. But I do love Shrug It Off because it does give us some draw potential. Now, another breaking fight, man. Blob. The ball bugs. Ball bug. But let's set up strike. Actually, hold on. Before we do that. 8 damage, 9 damage, 11 damage, into 15 damage. Now, I wish I added that all up as I said out loud. Wait, 8 into 9, which is 17. 17 plus 11, which is 28. And 28 plus 15 is 43. So it's enough to take this guy, but not you. We will be focusing this guy to back then. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it's definitely not enough. We get a block. We're going to take a little bit of chippy damage, but we should be able to heal back up. It's only going to take 2 damage. And this guy, you're still attacking, man. We got a pillage. We got a bird swoop. We got a strike. And then shrug it off is just perfect block. Well, along with our plating too. Let's just Whirlwind him. Not like spin to win. We get our money's anger. So you're just going to be constantly drawing 0 cost cards. But I think I'm going to skip this time. Not take a card. And we did say we want to go to this shop. And with the shop we have 500 golds. What you got from your friends? Start each combat with 1 dexterity, that's fantastic. Start each combat with 10 block. Basically the first round of every single round is going to be crazy for us. Deal 15 damage. Enemy loses 10 strength this turn. That's kind of interesting. At the start of each combat, choose 1 to 3 random colors of cards and add the chosen card to your hands. And then remove a card. I'm thinking very, very strong about taking the toolbox. Then also removing a strike too. And should we take the 10 block at the starts? Or do we take the dexterity for longer fights? Or do we save our goals? I mean, this is literally exactly enough for that dexterity. But the only defense we really have is Shrug It Off. I still think I'm going to take it though. Just giving our defenses a little bit more power, I think is going to be fantastic. Now this guy looks insane. Hunter Killer. Relentless, if your hand is empty, draw 2 cards and get 2 energy. Deal 10 damage to a random enemy 10 times. At the start of your turn, play the top card of your draw pile. For 10 damage to a random enemy X times, I will be taken. Now I'm really hoping... Wait, this is going to do some insane damage. That was an insane card to get. Holy moly, we took out Hunter Killer. Well, maybe not. When you play a card, lose 1 strength, 1 dexterity this turn. I want to get our big rocks. Wait, hold on. Will we have enough to beat him with that? Because we play this, we're going to transform 2 attacks. I think we should, right? Because you're going to deal 16 damage and then you're going to deal 15 damage. Yeah, that's crazy good. Crazy good. The giant rocks, not bad. We got vicious. When you apply vulnerable, draw a card. Okay, there's definitely going to be a huge vulnerable type archetype. This could be a fun card too. With setup strike, deal 6 damage, deal 2 additional damage for each card containing strike as well. But I think I'm still going to skip it. Now let's get going once again. These guys are back. The Jack of all trades, add a random colors card. Deal 5 damage, draw 1. If you know attacks in your hand, draw 2. I think we're probably just going to take Flash of Steel. No, I really want to rock. But that is our Whirlwind. Yeah, we're going to Whirlwind. And with a Flash of Steel, that's literally perfect. I mean, Whirlwind has clutched this whole act so far. And that's a lot of freaking block. Deal 6 damage. If you lost HP this turn, draw a card. Or true grit, gain 9 block and exhaust 1 card. And we get to choose that card. That's also really nice because that kind of gets rid of some of the bad cards in our deck. But Impervious is Impervious, man. 30 block is 30 block. How the hell are we not taking it? Now, let's go for an upgrade because we're full HP. Do we upgrade our freaking Whirlwind? Do we try to get even bigger gigantic rocks? They deal 20 damage. Yep, I'm going for it. Not like a giant rock build. Oh my god. No, actually. That's 16, 19 damage. So we can gain 30 block, but we can't gain any more block. We can take the Ultimate Strike. Or we can take Salvo. Retain your hand this turn. I'm going to take Ultimate Strike because it's just going to do a little bit more damage. Never mind, we got Whirlwind. Fight's over. Hell yeah. Whirlwind's crack, man. Whirlwind is crack. Now, Bludgeon upgraded, dealing 42 damage. At the cost of 3, deal 4 damage. And deal 2 additional damage for each vulnerable on the enemy. I don't think I'm going to take anything. Bludgeon is crazy not to take, though. What you got for his chest? The Petrified Toad. At the start of each combat, procure a potion-shaped rock. Hell yeah, potion-shaped rock, deal 15 damage. We're literally going for a rock-type build. Well, at least that's what I think it is. Now, Master Strategy, draw 3 cards, deal 7 damage, gain block to equal damage dealt. Or just deal 11 damage. I mean, this is actually kind of nice. I'm going to take that because this guy's dealing 22 damage off the rip. Ah, it's a potion. Well, might as well use it. Let's apply our vulnerable. Let's attack so we get a little bit of block. 13 block. And let's do the rest for attacks because we should be able to get a little bit more block and we literally have blocked enough from this guy. I should have actually read what he does. First time Infested Prism takes attack damage each turn, the attacker gains energy. Primal Force with only defense cards? That's a big ol' yikes. I mean, it's still going to be better than the Bird Swoop, right? Hell yeah, it is. That was a big old gigantic rock. Might as well just play the rest of our cards. You're going to get some defenses. But right now, we got our setup strike. And I'm going to play our Pyre, which maybe wasn't the right call. Deal 3 damage at the start of your turn, retain this in your hands. If your hand is empty, draw 2 cards. Each time you play 5 cards. Oh, come on, man, I was really hoping for something great. Let's just deal this damage, because it does give us energy back. And we should be able to get a little bit more block. Now, we are going to take a little bit shapey damage, but that's going to be okay. When I say a little bit shapey damage, we lost so much, actually. That was kind of nuts. But let's get that going. Let's pillage just in case we get bash. And holy moly, we drew everything. I could resist, man. Give me all the giant rocks. Big smashers. Hell yeah. Not like a gigantic rock type build. Flex Potion, gain 5 strength at the start of your turn. Lose that 5 strength. Toxic Egg. When you add a skill in, it's going to be upgraded again 11 block and gain another 11 block if you've exhausted a card this turn. Or deal 9 damage. 0 cost 9 damage? I mean, it is tempting, but Evil Eye with 11 block, I'm going to take it. Now, Campfire it is. Let's smith up Flame, which will give us more strengths. How about we just upgrade Whirlwind? Because that's been carrying us for quite some time. Okay, Creepy. The Doll Room. The Doll Room, you enter a hidden room. It's packed with an array of dolls. Each are unique. Their expressions ranging from joy to sorrow. Their attire spanning creatures and realms beyond your own. A chorus of whispers grew louder and louder until the dolls are shouting over each other and calling for you. You must choose one and leave immediately. Obtain a random doll relic. Lose 5 HP and choose 1 of the 2 doll relics. Lose 15 HP and choose 1 of the 3. Well, let's just lose 5 HP. Receive Darwin. When you play an attack, gain 1 block. Or receive Bing Bong. Whenever you add a card to your deck, add additional copy. Okay, speaking of a creepy room, I'm going to be getting that 1 extra block. And it's not creepy bow. Okay, maybe. You should be happy. I choose you. The doll proclaims that triumphantly. But that little bit of block is going to be awesome for us. Now, Relentless. Draw 3 cards. Next turn, game block equal to your current block. Let's just take our 3 draw cards. Primal Force. Let's draw. And we got Whirlwind though. Let's just use it. 9 times 7 is literally going to be murder. Okay, never mind. Now it's murder. We left him on 1 HP. We got a Snake Oil, which is going to basically randomize your entire hand. Cost-wise. Tremble, play 3 vulnerable, play the top card of your draw pile and exhaust it. And we got Body Slam, which is deal damage equal to your block. That'll be a fun build too. Tremble to play that vulnerable. Maybe you should take that. But I'm still going to skip. Let's go for that elite. What you got for us, my friends? Get an additional 5 block from defend cards. You know what? I kind of want to take that. Yeah, I'm going to take that. That seems kind of correct for us, and that's Impervious off the rip. As well as Primal Force. Well, might as well use this. Whenever this enemy is hit by an attack, add 1 dazed into your draw pile. Well, that's not fun. You're going to deal 21 damage. Plus Impervious. Let's fasten. And we can either Primal into Big Rocks, which are going to do more damage than our Whirlwinds. And you're still going to add all those attacks in. So I'm going to shrug it off first of all. Now, Evil Eye is going to give us even more block. Let's Primal Force right now. Giant Rock. Giant Rock. And then just Evil Eye effect. And what you got for us? 21 damage. I really wish our block literally carried over, but it doesn't. And right now we go back to our energy, which is not so great. 18 damage. We might have to take the full whack here because I do really want to play our vulnerable and then our damage. Because the longer the fight goes on, the worse it is going to be for us. And we need to do our attacks right now. Let's Inflame. Then Dismantle. Into Strike. And that's so much damage. Flex Spot could have been fantastic because right now we're going to have a lot of Daze Piles in our freaking hand. We could end up taking a lot of damage. Now we should have enough, directly enough with Stomp. And our Pillage. Hell yeah. What you got for us? A Block Potion. You know what? I might get rid of our Snake Oil. Also, what the hell is this? At the start of your turn, at the start of your second turn, gain 2 energy. That's insane, actually. Getting all the energy. Now, Feel No Pain is gain Exhaust or gain Block when you exhaust. When a card is exhausted, draw 1 card, deal 8 damage and add a copy of this card into your discard pile. It's definitely going to be an Anger Bells. Whenever a card is exhausted, draw 1 card. I mean, we don't really have too much exhaust. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to skip once again, even though that's a legendary. Now let's go to Smith. And there's honestly not too much I want to upgrade. Impervious gives us a little bit more block, but I think I'm just going to take that and Flame upgrade. Let's get that strength going. And let's see a big, wormy guy. Now first of all, let's see this guy. You're going to get a buff. You're going to give us 6 days cards. You got 320 HP. If you know attacks in your hand, draw 2 cards. Deal 7 damage and gain block equal to this. A random card in your draw pile gains replay 2. Play this card an additional time. Okay, Hidden Gem sounds like it could be cracked. Random card in your draw pile gains 2 replay. Well, we might as well play it, eh? There's Evil Eye. Well, we got super defensives. Let's Pillage right now. And we do shrug it off immediately. We're drawing all our defense cards. That's genuinely not great. Because we need our defense cards in the next few rounds. Well, I'm assuming so. I have no idea what that is, but it does not look good. Now, Setup Strike. into Whirlwinds, into Bird Swipe. Nuts. In 4 turns you will be eaten and die. We'll be flex spotting. Yep, we'll definitely be flex spotting. We gotta go fast. Potion shaped rock. Come on, Whirlwind. Oh my god, we are probably going to get murder faced. Well, let's keep our block bar right now because we're going to take a little bit less than 12 damage. 3 turns. God, we're cooked. Why did I take Primal Force? We gotta bash. Why didn't I use the Flame first? We have to do 168 damage in 2 turns. And we got Frantic Escape. Well. Okay, we got some turns going. This is definitely a crazy fight, man. We give ourselves some time, though. Kinda wish we used Gigantic Rock. Now, this is the time to use our block bot. Because you're dealing 20 damage. 20 damage unless Primal Force. Into Big Rock. Into Big Rock. And we might as well just use our Gigantic Rock because we're going to get some block anyways. We pretty much almost blocked with our block bot, which is nice. And we've only 60 damage to get through. Frantic Escape costing 2 is cracked. Come on, just draw on it. Attack. God damn it, man. We're going to take full 20 damage right now. Well, might as well use 2 Frantic Escapes. Yeah, this is definitely not the smoothest boss fight I've ever played. The first one went so much better. Come on, Pervious. Evil Eye. Okay, the replay is crazy. Hidden Gem is an insane card. That block was crazy. Vulnerable. Into Dismantle. That should be it. Epoch discovered. But hey, we've barely survived. And Big Rock. More Big Rock. I don't think we can take it. The first time you gain block from a card, each turn, double the amount gained. Oh my god, a block build sounds like it will be insanely fun. This is our first run though, so we're bound to make a kind of a more useless deck and a bit less cohesiveness. Man, Primal Force. I'm going to take it. And this is going to be too dumb. I want big rocks. Just non-stop big rocks. Now what you got for us? You gain energy to start of each turn. Black plays your first turn for you. Plays your first turn? What the hell? Should we turn it into an auto battler? At start of your combat, put a random power from your draw pile into your hands. Lose 9 max HP and add 3 apparitions to your hands. I think I'm going to take this, but maybe we should go for this and just let the game play for us. We gain a random power from our hands. I'm going to take that. I got to take that because that's going to be too insane for us. Now, elites. So we can go to the left, skip a campfire, go to a shop, hit this, hit this. Seems pretty nasty. No, actually, campfire after campfire after campfire also seems pretty good too. But is this our best route? We get 3 elites to the left. This side, we only get 1 elite. Yeah, I'm going to go for all the elites as much as possible. We got a Tin Man and a Gatling Gun guy. We deal 10 damage to a random enemy 10 times, or X times, deal 8 damage, deal 8 damage all other enemies equal to the damage dealt. And gain 30 block. Well, 30 blocks, kind of nice. But how about we just take volley? Okay, inflame is our power. Now we could potentially take a lot of damage from this. 14 damage. 7 times. So 7 times 14 is literally going to be basically 70, then 4 times 7, which is 28. So 98 worth of damage. And you're going to have 66 and 55. So 121. This should be enough damage then? Well, hold on. No, what am I talking about? We're going to play it anyway. Hoping that we can take out at least one of these guys. And unfortunately, we do take one out. Big rock. We're filling our hands with big rocks. Big rocks for later. What you got for 16 damage and upgrade? With our bird swoop, with our little breaking bird companion, you're not going to be no more. Now another whirlwind, sword boomerang. I'm going to skip all these. Don't really want any of these. Let's go to the events. Hopefully something amazing. Trade voucher for shovel. So we can trade our strengths to dig relics at a rest site. I mean, we really wish we got this earlier. Trade our armor plane for happy flower for every 3 turns gain energy. Trade our elemental farm for bag of preparations, which draws 2 extra cards. I think I want to take this actually. This bag of preparation is going to allow us to draw more cards. And that's going to be super ideal for our whole build. Now, Omni Slice again. Gain 30 block. Let's take Omni Slice. Now this is a crazy turn. I'm really hoping that we could have got ourselves Whirlwind. There's still a chance though. Whirlwind? Well, at least we got Stomp. Although we could Primal Force. We should have used this first of all, actually. Deal 12 damage. It's going to smack everyone anyway. And 16 damage. Never mind. Whenever Skull of Biting deals unblock damage, you lose 2 max HP. We do not want this guy to murder faces. Let's take you. Shrug it off. Dead Big Rock. Hell yeah. We can trade our Big Rock for more Big Rocks. Now Rampage, we're probably not going to take. Neither are we going to take any of this stuff either. Although getting more draw cards would be amazing too. We haven't used our block pots. Deal 11 damage at the start of your next turn. Retain this in your hands, or return this to your hands. So this is nice. It's going to be a lot of damage. Apply 3 weak and vulnerable to the enemy and exhaust. You know what? I'm going to take that actually. It might cost us a little bit more, but I think it's still going to be good for us. Especially because it's going to exhaust and give our Evil Eye even more defenses. Which is going to be nice. Now Pillage, we're going to deal because it's going to do a lot more than our Whirlwinds. But let's pop it. We got a lot of block right now, which is amazing. But this guy's got a lot of HP. He's dealing 15 damage. 15 damage, we might have to use our block pot this time around. So let's use you into our Big Rocks. Deal amazing damage. And that is 10 block. I think we should be good because we can heal back up that little bit of extra damage. Saving our potion-shaped rock. Although I kind of want to use it this time. Yeah, let's pop it. We don't really need to use it. But we're going to get one next round anyway. So might as well. Just make it handy for ourselves. Triple your block. That's a potion. Okay, potions have gone correct. More Big Rock. I don't think we can really take this. Add a random attack in your hands. It's free to play this turn. Let's take the Eternal Blade. Doesn't cost us anything. Let's go for this elite. What you got for us? Aggressive. This guy is going to intend to attack. Start your turn, play the top card of your draw pile. Or 2. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, choose a card from it, put it into your hands. You're going to take Mayhem. You're going to deal 29 damage. That's a big ol' yikes. Inflame for free. Amazing. I'm going to play Mayhem. And I kind of want to play our block pot this time round. How about we use Primal Force right now? Get our rocks. And let's attack with him. The only thing is, I would like to use our defenses this time rounds. But we could just use our block pot. Get up to 17, 18, 19 block. Take that 10 damage because he is an elite. And deal as much damage as we possibly can. I'm going to do that. Because then we can play our Pyre, which will just help us out in the rest of the fight. Because we're going to have constant extra energy. And Pillage, amazing. We should be able to draw a lot of cards. Never mind. Infernal Blade, what you got for us? Perfected Strikes, deal a crazy amount of damage. How about we play you? We get our block. And then we Whirlwind for 7 million years. You're going to play debuff, which is not going to be too nice for us. We're going to take a lot more damage. Now you deal 9 times 4. Yeah, that's not going to be fun. Let's bash. 26 damage. Hell yeah. That should be it. Because we got our potion. And that finishes it. Not bad for taking a elite. Although, I thought he was going to respawn for a second. Pendulum. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, draw a card. Okay, we're probably not going to be making too much use of that. Although, we could start drawing a bunch of cards. And bringing down our deck. I'm going to take it, actually. Especially if we're going to try to get as much energy as possible. And we can give him a potion, which is our block potion. We could get rid of our pendulum for 2 random relics. Hell yeah, why the hell wouldn't I? Cards containing strike deal 3 additional damage. Whenever you pick up, raise your max HP by 10. That's correct. Here, come on, treasure. Pocket Watch. When you play 3 fewer cards in your turn, draw 3 additional cards. Yeah, we probably could get rid of that one soon. Now, we do definitely want to go to the shop to see if we can get ourselves any sort of extra items. That's Hidden Gem. My goodness. That could be insane. At the end of your turn, with at least 10 block, deal 6 damage to a random enemy. First time you lose HP, draw 3 cards. Upon pickup, add an additional copy of a card into your deck. I mean, we could add 4 Big Rocks, man. 4 Primal Forces. Now, should we take an extra Pyre? Guaranteeing that we, well, not guaranteeing, but more than likely be taking it over in Flame. That wouldn't be a bad idea either. We also got to duplicate our potion. That's also pretty nice. I'm going to take this and I'm going to apply it to a Pyre. I know it's kind of crazy, but I still think it's going to be kind of nice for us. I'm also looking at Hidden Gem because getting the replayability on multiple cards, but since our deck is going to be a A little bit more bigger, I think I'm just going to take this Centennial Puzzle because that's just going to help us draw more cards, and that's all I really want. Just access to drawing a bunch of cards, and this guy looks crazy, man. He looks insane. Now, wait, start of each your turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies, increase the damage by 5. That's just a nice way to deal chippy damage over time. Volley, I'll put a skill from your draw pile into your hands. We can choose a skill. I'm going to take Secret Technique. And it still gives us Iron Flame. Now I took this because I did once Impervious, but we could still take it and maybe take something like Shrug It Off or Evil Eye. But I'm going to Impervious, I'm going to Pyre, and I'm going to Bash. There's no point in actually using this. Unless we take out Big Rock and deal amazing damage. Never mind. Also, you got Artifact, which means you're going to negate our vulnerable. That's okay though. Where'd he go? Frick, man, he ran from this side and ran on the other side. Now Burning Pact. Let's apply it. Get rid of one of our strikes. Draw 3 cards. And we got Evil Eye. And then Shrug It Off as well. For Pillage. And then we got a Big Rock. Let's get that Big Rock going. Deal as much damage as possible. Now we might as well Evil Eye. Now 4 Status Effect cards is not going to be super fantastic for us. Wait, you just apply Burn into our freaking hands? I dare you, my friends. Now, Infernal Blade. Twin Strike is amazing, actually. Set up Strike first. Into a Whirlwind. Into a Twin Strike then. Into a Bird Swoop. And we should have enough block. Actually, we're going to take 2 damage. But again, we're just going to heal back to full either way. Now, what you got for us? Wait. You just take my hand, man. Wait, you're dealing crazy damage right now. You're dealing crazy damage for us. Setup Strike. Need to Shrug It Off. Oh, we're in trouble. Gigantic Rock. We got another rock for another rock. And our potion isn't going to do a whole lot for us. Now we could triple block. This is the time to use it. I'm going to use it, man. I'm going to use it so we don't just take crazy damage. Although that potion was insane. They just used Den in there. Let's get our Big Rocks going into our Twin Strikes, and that's it. He just flew out this guy. Left his body behind. Lizard Tail gives us an extra max life, by the way. I say extra max life. An extra life. So when we die, we get back 50% of our HP. But it only works once. That's insane. Now we get Stampede with a Primal Force. I'm going to take Stampede. Although that's another power card, isn't it? Yeah, we probably shouldn't take that. It is what it is. Let's go through Campfire. We're full HP. Let's smell up something. And honestly, there's not too much else I really want to smell. Let's take Dismantle. To upgrade that a little bit. Now, an early fight. Okay, multiple guys. Deal 11 damage to all enemies. This seems like that's going to be the best for us. It's dealing multiple damage to everything. In Flame, I really want to Pyre right now. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I really do want to Bash too. You're going to apply debuff. Maybe we do need to take you out first. We're going to take a lot of damage right now, so I'm tempted to use Impervious too. So I'm going to prioritize the debuff second guy. Into Impervious. Into this. Into another Strike. And then our Stomp should be able to do massive damage. And then we can use this pot so we don't take that debuff. So that's literally perfect for us. Now you're going to deal 21 damage, but we got a block, so we should be in a pretty good spot to take very little damage. Or no damage at all. We've got our Big Rock, man. Shrug It Off! Into Burning Pact. Into getting rid of one of our defenses. And we got our Pillage. But let's use our Infernal Blade. Now it gives us an anger. How about we just Big Rock everything? And just smash this guy. Wait, we should have went for this guy. Too late. We're smashing everyone. With our big rocks. Your upgrades are no more. Are you serious? He took all our upgrades. Well, let's Static Strike into a Bird Swoop and that's it. I didn't think that was an actual thing, that they could get rid of our upgrades. Now we got Bellows, the relic. First hand you draw each combat is upgraded. That with our Bag of Preparation is nuts. And we can take Taunts, gain 8 block but apply 2 vulnerable. That's actually an insane card. Yeah, I'll be taking that. Just another access to vulnerable, but also being a little bit more defensive. Fantastic. Now apply 3 weak and vulnerable. You're going to apply Stats Fix, so I don't really want that. Draw 2 cards, but put one of your hands into your draw pile and exhaust. Let's take this. See what is going to be on top. And we've got Inflame again, which we're going to be using pretty much immediately. Let's draw 2 cards. Let's apply Strike back into our hand because I'm probably going to Burn Impact right now. And get rid of that defense. What you got for us? Not a whole lot. Now I still want to play this taunt. I want to draw you 2 to see what you're going to give us. Headbutt. Put a card from your discard pile. Seems like that's going to be smashing. I want to put a taunt back in. Then we can apply more taunts. Well, let's get a big rock. Just one gigantic rock. We've actually way too much defensive cards right now. Let's fire. Shrug it off. Gives us our defensive card back again. And we're going to get 10 stats effects. So let's use this too. Might as well. Doesn't work with a vulnerable because it is a potion, unfortunately. And that's a lot of freaking slimes, man. There's an insane amount of slimes, which we do not definitely ever really want. So let's apply you first, then dismantle into strike, strike, into stomp. That's a decent bit of damage. And perfect block. Somehow we're actually managing to pretty much not lose any HP. Now Stampede I want to play into Pillage, hoping that we draw well. Good setup strike. Bird Swoop is too good to change into a big rock. That's almost enough to win out. Now another debuff. As long as it's not permanent debuff, because there is permanent debuff. It's applied weak to us, not too bad. Not too bad when he got Whirlwind. You just finish him off. And 70 golds and a card. Tremble, setup strike. I'll be skipping everything. Now might as well upgrade one final card. Stomp or Bird Swoop. Or Impervious. Let's go for Impervious. It's a 40 times block, which is going to be nice. Now what is this guy? We got Hidden Gem again. Yeah, I'll be taking Hidden Gem. Now you, the enemy tends to apply afflictions to your cards. Minions abandon combat without their leader. So if we focus this guy down immediately, that's going to be really, really freaking nice for us. Let's apply this. So Shrug It Off is going to have Replay 3. That's really fantastic. Let's apply you 2. Let's get her inflamed. Do we try to take out this? Or do we go full on? You're going to do constant damage. So maybe we need to take you out first. But that's 200 damage we need to get through. I'm just going to apply this. So we can get more block. Card is empty. Draw 2 cards. And gain 2. If you know attacks in your hand, draw 2 cards. I mean, I don't really want any of this. Let's just take Restlessness. Yeah, let's actually focus this guy down. This might be a bit of a misplay because you're going to play a bunch of problem first. Let's apply all this. Get a block. And end our turn. Now Chains of Binding. What the hell does this do? First 3 cards each turn are inflicted with bounds. Only 1 bound can be played each turn. Well, that's a big ol' yikes. Well, first of all, let's exhaust one. And you know what else is amazing? Big Rock. Big Rock is that's definitely going to be amazing. Let's apply you first of all. Let's Bird Swoop. And I'm tempted to use a Whirlwind, but let's... Actually, if we use our Big Rock, we get rid of a Whirlwind. But I really want to get rid of Bash. But let's just use a Whirlwind because it's going to be so much damage for us. Wait, we can still use it. And then if we had any bit of energy, we could have used it then. Stampede, coming in clutch. Stampede with gigantic rocks. I forgot about Stampede immediately. That's the whole reason why I took it. Your Primal Force is here. With Pyre 2 though. You deal so much damage, but it's not going to be too bad for us. Because we can take you up. Do Infernal Blade. And then we got Bully too. Well, let's just Primal Force. I think that's going to be too good for us. Just getting ourselves 3 gigantic rocks to deal as much damage as possible. Now, are you going to summon another guy? Now, you just get some strengths. That's going to be good for us. Never mind, that's 35 damage. Give us back Impervious. Now, Shrug It Off does get that replayability. God, that's so insane, actually. That was so much. That's literally enough block for us. That's kind of correct. The Giant Rock is back. We'll be using it. Into Dismantle. And that's returning. Stampede coming in clutch too. Nice, we get all that block. Defense, that Hidden Gem card I think is going to be an insane fun type builds. You're dealing 25 damage. I kind of want to taunt right now. And I think we're going to do that. But it means our Gigantic Rock is going to be kind of garbage. And we are going to take a lot more damage. But that's going to be okay. 17 damage incoming. Maybe not so great. We're going to get another buff. The Primal Force is back again. Let's go into a setup strike. Into our Primal Force. Now, I really wish we could play our Pyre. But this is the turn to do crazy damage. I'd say crazy damage. It was 60 damage with another 30 damage. Actually, Stampede with the gigantic rocks. Actually looking like an insane build, and that is infinite. We're in trouble. Yeah, we could actually lose these rounds. Let's just Primal Force, Transformer, gigantic rocks. Do as much damage as we can, and we can't even play our Restlessness, man. 50 damage incoming. 50 damage incoming. We need to beat this guy this round. He was no joke. And incoming 20 damage. Well, are you going to be enough? If you Primal Force again. Should be just enough with a potion. And not bad. Our potion to finish him off. And that's that. Is there going to be another boss? Hell yeah. So the Archdemon Troll has arrived. Well, all we can do is threaten, enemy, kill, proceed. Oh my god, we smashed the crap out of him. And he exploded us back. You dealt 1,240 damage to the Architect, but it wasn't enough. You have dealt a total of 1,240 damage to the Architect. The Architect still stands despite 58 million damage from all who face him. We dealt 1,240 damage. And I'm literally playing this about 2 hours after it came out, and there's already 58 million damage done to the boss. That's correct. But that's that. We managed to finish the run with a gigantic rocks type build. Definitely not the most cohesive build, but still a super fun build. We discovered 5 new epochs, we defeated 34 enemies, discovered 5 relics, and discovered 84 cards. Now in the timeline, reveal epochs to unlock cards, relics, and much more. I was about to ask, what the hell are epochs? Play single run to reveal this epoch. What you got for us? The reopening. The Mother of Resurrection, Neo, awakened from her slumber, rise champion, again and again. Neon will greet you at the start of each run, giving us a power up. Basically. Now we got 5 more epochs. The Ironclad's rage cannot be tamed. Ascension difficulties can be activated when starting a run. Nice, we unlocked Ascension already. Now the fog rolls in. News to the Spire, reopening made its way to the Silence. She ferries a boat to the capital. And we got the Silence. Hell yeah. Now let me know if you'd like to see this character in the next episode. But anyways, I'm not to leave you here for now. I just want to say thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or you can subscribe, and I hope to keep you going for the next one. I'll see you next time.